Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana on Friday downplays President Rodrigo Duterte's threats he would declare nationwide martial law in response to protest actions of leftists. Duterte last Saturday said, quote, "Do not commit the mistake of staging a rebellion. If you say there's fighting on the streets, I will not hesitate to impose martial law all throughout the country and order the arrest of everybody." The president has frequently threatened to declare martial law. But Lorenzana says chances are low leftists have the capability to stage massive demonstrations that would disrupt the country.
Sa aking pananaw naman, estimate ko, very remote naman mangyari. Pero si Presidente lang kasi, he is very concerned that it might get out of hand. So sabi niya, I might declare martial law.
National Capital Region Police Chief Oscar Albayalde'S says the entire Caloocan City Police Force will be replaced. Albayalde'S says the move is a preemptive measure to the recent spate of killings involving Caloocan City cops, marked by the high-profile deaths of 17-year-old Kian de los Santos and 19-year-old Carl Arnaiz. He says Caloocan City cops will undergo training again. Temporarily replacing them will be the Metro Manila Regional Public Safety Battalion personnel, officers under Albayalde'S office. Caloocan City Police just last month was recognized for being the best in Metro Manila. Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre and Volunteers Against Crime and Corruption lawyer Jing say they will file anti-wiretapping complaints against Senator Risa Hontiveros. This after Hontiveros exposed a photograph showing Aguirre texting Paras to expedite cases against her. Aguirre says he will file 3 counts of violation of the anti-wiretapping law before the Office of the Ombudsman, an ethics complaint at the Senate, and a civil case violating his right to privacy of communication with a regional trial court. Paras also says he will file a case for violation of the anti-wiretapping law before the Ombudsman at the soonest. Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana says foreign governments donated around 2.1 billion pesos for the Marawi conflict. Lorenzana says Australia is the biggest donor at 1 billion pesos. The breakdown of foreign assistance is as follows: Australia, 1 billion pesos, United States, 730 million pesos, Japan, 100 million pesos, Thailand, 100 million pesos, China, 85 million pesos, and the European Union, 49 million pesos. Lorenzana says of the 85 million pesos from China, 70 million pesos will go to the medical treatment of soldiers injured in Marawi. Chinese Ambassador Zhao Jinhua turned over 65 million pesos of the amount to Armed Forces Chief Eduardo in the presence of President Rodrigo Duterte last Wednesday in Malacanang. Philippine Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana says North Korea's launch of a missile over Japan Friday is very concerning. The missile flew over Hokkaido and into the Pacific Ocean. Lorenzana says, quote, "Their technology is not accurate. They might be aiming for some other, but it might drop into another country like the Philippines." The Philippines has no bomb shelters to keep citizens safe should the North Korean missile find its way to the country. The launch comes after the United Nations Security Council imposed an 8th set of measures over Pyongyang's ballistic missile and atomic weapons programs. Pyongyang earlier this month said it tested a hydrogen bomb small enough to fit onto a missile. North Korea's last missile launch, a Hwasong-12 intermediate-range ballistic missile just over 2 weeks ago, also flew over Japan's main islands. It was the first to do so for years.